If you're stuck at $10,000 a month, or hell, if you're stuck at any revenue point right now, this might piss you off, because when I first realized this and had the epiphany of how easy it is to be able to actually grow your info business, everything opened up, everything became easier. Because everyone's trying to sell you right now funnels and ads and content plans, but the truth is none of that actually matters if you're working on the wrong thing. Now, I've been able to sell a multi-7-figure coaching business. I've been able to launch a consulting offer to $1 million run rate within 63 days. I then got an agency offer up to $200,000 a month within 90 days. And the biggest thing after being behind the scenes of some of the most profitable and successful online coaching and info businesses is that there is just one simple thing that you need to be doing. So when it comes to whether you're at $10,000 a month, whether you're at $50,000 a month, whether you're at $250,000 a month, but you want to be able to grow more, if you're plateauing or you're just not growing as fast as you want, this is what I want to be able to take you through. Because if you just stick with me just for a couple of minutes, you will realize how simple it is for what it is that you need to do to be able to grow your business without tearing your hair out, without working crazy hours, and for you simply to be able to wake up each day, have a couple of things that you need to be able to do that's really clear for you to be able to follow through on, for you to be able to then make sure that you're just moving forward from there. Now, before I actually take this through, I think there's 3 really important things that I want you to avoid. Now, I made these mistakes, so I'm being the person that has definitely been there, and I have helped hundreds of coaches and info businesses go through these. The 3 biggest mistakes that I'm seeing right now is number 1, what I call random acts of marketing. This is when you're doing your content, you're shooting reels, you're building funnels, you're getting lead magnets out, you're turning different ad campaigns on, you're getting different email sequences run. Then you think about can you put AI into all of this stuff. But there's no plan. These random acts of marketing are a complete waste of time and are only going to be slowing you down, if not stopping you from growing your business. The other one is just simply working on the wrong thing. Now, the simple process, what I'm going to be able to take you through in just a second, is going to be ensuring you can pinpoint the key problem that is slowing your business growth down. Once you are able to properly diagnose and pinpoint what that problem is, it's simply a matter of the fact of being able to install the right solution, install the right system, install the right, what I call playbook, so that you have that problem go away, and then you're able to see your business grow, and then you move on to the next problem. So this is what we call the precision cycle, where you just diagnose the actual problem, you install the right playbook, you optimize to make sure it's actually working and it's being able to do its job without you being able to actually be there, and you simply rinse and repeat. Because remember, and this is a slight tangent right now, but remember, business is problems. What we need to be able to do as business owners is embrace problems, but we need to embrace them to be able to solve them to move on to the next problem. If you're facing the same problem over and over again, you're doing it wrong. Now, really quickly, the 3rd biggest mistake. So there was the random acts of marketing, there was the working on the wrong thing, then there's the Frankenstein effect. Now, we see this all the time when we come into a coaching and info business to be able to help grow them. We'll go through we'll go through their CRM, we'll go through their funnels, we'll go through their ads, we'll go through their content. And it's just a Frankenstein effect of all of these different stitching together and duct tape and string that's holding this business. And they're taking, some info and some insights from this one business mastermind. Then they've watched a YouTube from their guru and they're using this thing over here. All of these different things just end up being like too many cooks in the kitchen, and there's no cohesive plan for them to be able to follow, which is why I want to be able to take you through what I call and what we use is the 10K a day plan. So this is the roadmap to be able to go through. It's a really simple process, and I want you to be able to walk away quite literally from being able to join me and watch through this, and for you to be able to realize what is it that you need to be able to do. So I'm going to go through this process. This is something that we use directly with our members so they can go through it, but you're going to be able to figure this out pretty simply. You're a clever cookie, you're here with me, and if I can understand it, God damn it, you'll be able to understand it as well. So what I want you to be able to realize is at the very start, the foundation, let me just zoom in for a little bit for you. If we look at the foundation, our startup, okay, these are the absolute 8 core playbooks that we must first work on. So when somebody comes in and joins into the circle, these are the first 8 things. I don't care if you're at 10,000 a month or if you're at 100,000 a month. We're still going to be focusing on these because once we have this foundation properly set, growth just becomes mechanical. It becomes so much easier for what it is. So you might be asking, Chris, well, what the hell are these 8 core playbooks that we need to go through? Let me go through these step by step. And as you go through it, so you can see here, we use a self-evaluation process through this, so we know exactly with each member what is the key next step that they must be able to work on. So it makes their lives incredibly easy. You'll be able to figure this out and you'll be able to do this as well. So let's say, number 1, your resistible offer. You can even see here the question, do you have an offer that people feel dumb saying no to? Okay, if you don't have that, then that's something that we need to be able to work on. It's going to be a red, do you know what I mean? So it's not going to be something that's going to be a green. Content that captivates. Do you actually have content that is attracting in the right type of people that you want to be serving and getting them to realize that you are the person that potentially even has the solution for them? Copy that converts. When people are coming into your process, into your ecosystem, into your sales process, are you actually able to convert them? Fast cash campaign. Do you have a repeatable and reliable process to continually bring in leads and turn them into clients every single month? DMs at close. Are you able to put people into an automated process for you to be able to take them into the end sales process, or to at least then be able to make a sale? Ads at scale. Pretty obviously this one. Are you profitably able to run ads that are going to be able to get people to bring people that don't know you to know you into your sales process to close? Tracking and optimizing. Do you have some idea about your numbers and being able to look at the end of every week, and especially at the end of every month, understanding what is actually going on with the key metrics inside of your business so you're not flying blind? And then what we call the freedom engine, which is, are you actually having a crystal clear plan on what it is that, why are you running this business in the first place? What is freedom to you? Because freedom's a big value for me. It's a big value for so many of the members that we serve. It's so many important values for so many business owners. But what is it specifically to you? And more importantly, well, as equally as important, is your business actually giving you and ensuring that you are going to get the freedom that you want at the end of the day? So these are the core foundational steps that you want to be able to focus on to ensure that you actually have everything together so that we can then start building upon it. Because you'll see, then we start adding 30 to 100K a month and then going from beyond. Now, a really important part, we don't need to go through all of the playbooks. I want you to understand the core foundational 8 to start off with. And there's one more important thing I want you to understand, which is actually the 5 core departments of your business, which is lead generation, conversion, delivery, operations, and what I call founder, which is making sure that you, the founder, actually the person running the business, is being able to have the life that you want and your business serving your life. This is why when you look at the key playbooks underneath founder, there's the freedom engine. I've already explained that. Vision mapping. Are you crystal clear with the vision about your life, all the different areas of your life, and especially inside of your business? Energy management. I don't worry so much about time management. I worry about energy management so that your mojo, so that you wake up every day actually feeling excited about your day, your business, and what it is that you do in your life. Identity calibration. This is an important one because I've got a little bit of a saying that I hammer home pretty often, which is identity eats discipline for breakfast. And what I mean by that is so many people think you need to be disciplined, that you need to be really regimented for you to be able to have to achieve what it is that you want. However, if you're able to actually create the identity of the person that is naturally going to achieve and have the things that you want, well, then it's a hell of a lot easier. So that's where we're actually changing. Are you the person, like you got to ask yourself, you got to answer, are you the person that is inevitably going to achieve what it is that you want? Because if you're not, that's where we need to work on identity calibration. Then there's money and wealth systems, which is going into the case in point of, do you actually have the processes, the systems, the ability to actually not just make money, but keep money and grow wealth so that you're being able to create true financial freedom. Then there's the 30-day vacation, which I believe is you should be able to walk away from your business every 30 days sorry, not every 30 days. You should be able to walk away from your business once a year for 30 days and still have the business grow without you being there. And then there's time and capacity design, which is making sure that you put the bow on top of everything, which is making sure that you have the exact time for you to do what it is that you want in all of the areas of your life. So the point of me wanting to share this with you today is most fail because they're guessing. And you need to be able to have a process, some sort of process. You can use this process. I use this process. I use this process with my members because it's goddamn rinse, repeatable, reliable to be able to work. But do you have a process to ensure that every week, every month, every quarter, you're able to know the exact thing that you should be working on? Because you shouldn't have a big long list of to-dos. You should have just a couple of key core things that you're focusing on, and knowing that when you solve that, that is going to be leading to the other metrics. It's going to be leading to the bottom line growth of your business, which is making more money, increasing more profit, being able to get better results with your clients, giving you more freedom in all of your areas of financial and lifestyle freedom, and making sure that you don't have broken processes, or especially you're not actually scaling broken parts of your business at the same time. That's a really important part for you to understand. Now, this is just one part of three important, what I call engines that work together, because there is what I call the Rainmakers Growth OS. And a part of that is we need to be able to have the actual growth roadmap. So this is a part of it. Then there's the precision cycle, but then there's also the process engine that's a part of it as well. When you're able to know exactly what it is that you need to be able to work on, when it is you have an acquisition system that brings in the exact right type of clients, is able to sell them into your programs, and has you nothing to do with it. Once the system's set up, it is selling 24/7. Once you have a process for you to deliver to your clients in the way that you want to actually be working, that actually turns your expertise into financial freedom at the end of the day, and has the operations of your business running really easily. So it's not like you're herding cats because you've got all these team members, but you've just got a little bit of systems, you've got a little bit of automation, and you've got AI backing this together. God damn it, it's a hell of a lot easier as well. So I know it's better to actually show you than tell you. So if you want to be able to see the actual full breakdown of how the system works, and to be able to see all the details to how you can install this into your business, what I'll do is I'll pop a link below for you to be able to go through it so that you can make sure this works. But most importantly, make sure you have a process to know what it is that you need to be able to work on. Because sure, you could go be buying courses, joining masterminds, listening to podcasts, watching more YouTube videos, all of that stuff. But if you don't have this, honestly, I think it's just lame because you're just going to be working on the wrong thing, and that's a waste of time, energy, and that's a waste of life. So anyway, see how the entire system works together, hit the link below, and I'll see you on the other side.